It is not in the file. It is not.
Welcome back, FilmBugs, to another exciting journey into the world of film and entertainment. I'm your host, Lila Filmington. Today, we delve into the remarkable moments when George C. Scott flipped his lid in the 1990 movie Exorcist III. As a special treat, we've added a couple of intriguing tidbits about the film. While we'd love to provide a full review of this criminally underrated masterpiece, numerous YouTube enthusiasts have already done so. Nevertheless, we want everyone to recognize that it stands as one of our all-time favorite horror films, securing a solid rating of 9 out of 10. In our view, the climactic exorcism scene felt somewhat unnecessary, but we thoroughly relished George C. Scott's frequent emotional outbursts. This video was a labor of love, primarily for our enjoyment, but we hope you find it just as thrilling. Now, without further ado, let's dive right in. Before we get to the thrilling list, let's start with 2 fascinating facts about the film. Among the wealth of trivia, these 2 stand out. Firstly, die-hard fans might already know that an intended version of the film exists. Although you can spot the spliced-in segments in the theatrical release, we don't mind, as it allows us to glimpse William Peter Blatty's original vision before the studio's alterations. Don't get us wrong, the theatrical version remains excellent, and we eagerly await a remastered 4K edition. In the meantime, you can find it here on YouTube. Just search for Legion Exorcist III. Our next fun fact: did you realize that infamous serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer had a fondness for this film? It was even depicted in the Netflix miniseries Dahmer Monster: The Jeffrey Dahmer Story. They featured a scene where he showed the movie to one of his victims. With those engaging tidbits in mind, let's dive into the 10 unforgettable moments when George C. Scott unleashed his fury, in no particular order. The first one is Lieutenant William F. Kinderman's hospital visit with Father Dyer, where his patients frayed, and he bellowed,
"Is everything all right in here, guys?"
We're fine.
Up next at number 2 is his tense exchange with the nurse Allerton, when he sharply exclaimed, "Not exactly!" during his investigation into his friend's death.
No, not exactly.
Not exactly.
The third one is the scene where a heated argument about the possibility of the Gemini killer's return, resulting in him shouting for someone to
Shut your mouth!
Our number 4 GCS outburst is the conversation with Dr. Temple, in which he learns that someone resembling Father Damien Karras had been committed 15 years ago, prompting a demand to
Get it. Now!
Up next at number 5 is a memorable interview with Nurse Allerton, highlighted by his exclamation,
Oh, it is not in the file. It is not.
That is an always personal favorite of mine. Halfway through at number 6 is the scene where a particularly intense moment when he backhands patient X after getting taunted about Father Dyer's death.
Notices pearls before sun.
Next at 7 in the list is the realization of the Gemini killer's next move, where he urgently rushes to a police car, yelling at Officer Danny,
Danny! Get the car! Move it, go!
Okay! Our number 8 is the fiery outburst as he and police officer Danny try to reach his family's house, and they got stuck at some point in traffic. At number 9 is the climactic showdown between Detective Kinderman and the Gemini killer, punctuated by a dramatic shout.
You son of a bitch! I believe!
The only thing missing in that scene to make a truly perfect one will be a brief cameo of Tim Capello.
I believe!
And finally, the 10th and last time is in the very same scene in the end, right after the I believe part, which is,
Oh God!
and there you have it, the 10 explosive instances when George C. Scott lost his shit in Exorcist III. We hope you've enjoyed this video. It's always an absolute joy watching that, quoting Tarantino here, that volcano of rage, George C. Scott. Before we wrap up, it's important to clarify that all the clips featured in this video serve an educational and critical review purpose. We strongly encourage you to support the talented creators of this exceptional film by either purchasing it or renting it. Please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting that bell icon for notifications. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, FilmBugs, farewell.
Enough of this pleading talk. Like and subscribe. And click on that bell icon for more notifications in the future videos. Don't forget to be more bleeding.